Hi everyone, good afternoon, Friday, yay, we made it, one more week. Now, as per normal, I'm always watching Facebook and looking at BuzzFeed and different taste type things for new and upcoming and exciting sort of recipes, designs, what's in vogue. And if you haven't seen it, there is a 2-ingredient flatbread recipe which is going around the internet at the moment. So I just thought I might make some for lunch, bit of a late lunch, but make some for lunch, and yeah, eat it in front of you basically, but show you how easy it is, because it really is just 2 ingredients, although I am going to add a third with Mrs. Rogers herbs and spices. So what you need is 1 1/4 cups of self-raising flour. Remember, if you don't have self-raising flour, you can make that into self-raising flour just by adding baking powder. It's 2 teaspoons to every cup, so you'd need 2 and a bit teaspoons. But 1 1/4 cups of self-raising flour and 1 cup of yummy plain Greek yogurt or similar. So you just want to stick all that together, and that's basically your 2 ingredients to make flatbread.
So what are the 2 ingredients again?
So we've got yogurt and flour, self-raising flour. So I think I've got that all out. Right. I hate having dirty dishes. It's a messy kitchen. Right, so now you just want to combine that best you can until you form a dough. Now, this stuff is sticky as heck when it comes to the dough concept, but it is so nice and light and fluffy that if you just keep stirring, you'll eventually get the flour together. Now, if you were doing this at home, you could absolutely add your herbs and spices in right now. However, I'm going to get this recipe done and then divide my dough and show you 2 different flavors, because I wanted to show how you can use this. Now, you can do so much with this bread. You can just eat it. You could add it to soups.
So just for the people who are joining us, because we're getting a fair amount coming in, it is Greek yogurt and self-raising flour.
So 1 cup of Greek yogurt and 1 1/4 cups of self-raising flour.
That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. And we get this really nice dough. Now, you do have to have some extra flour just because, as I said, it's pretty sticky. And as you can see, as I turn it out, I've got a dough. And it's nice and light. It's similar to a scone dough in texture, but it's really easy. Now, you could add cheese and things like that into this if you wanted. Now, I'm just going to cut it in half, because now I'm going to show you how you can flavour it. I've chosen the garlic and herb salt, and I've got a good teaspoon that I've ground there already, just because I like the smell and the flavour of it.
If someone's able to post in the comment the 2 ingredients, so people who are coming into the chat can see that, so we don't have to keep saying it. They are. One more time.
We've got 1 cup of yogurt, or yogurt, or yogurt.
Yogurt.
And we've got 1 1/4 cups of self-raising flour. That's it. And we're just adding Mrs. Rogers herbs and spices. So this one I'm making into a garlic bread, and that's just with half the dough. I've just kneaded it through so that I've got it there. And then with this one, I am actually going to use, we've got a new EcoPak range. It's a large EcoPak range. I'm not going to touch it because I've got sticky hands, but if my cameraman can go down on it, our new EcoPak range is twice the size. So if there's a particular product that you love in our EcoPak range, especially within our salt flakes, there's lots of yummy flavors out there. So I'm actually going to use the Porcini salt flakes, because I used this the other night on mushrooms, and oh my goodness, it was really nice. Now, this bread, as you can see, it's pretty sticky, but a really good one to make with the kids while they're on holiday. And kids always love eating what they've made. It gives them a respect of where it comes from. We asked our children where flowers came from, and this flour came from, and they said flowers. So, yeah, whoops. We then explained, of course. So, I've just got my salt flakes in there, and I think I've fairly much done it. So 2 ingredient flatbread coming up. Now you want to divide it again, because believe it or not, one of those little pieces makes a flatbread that size. And this is some flatbread I've made earlier using our chili and lime salt, because that is my cameraman's favorite. Now you just want to put lots of flour. Keep going with the flour, because it's pretty sticky, and you just want to slowly roll it out. Now again, a great thing to do with the kids, because yeah, it's easy and kids love eating what they've made. Now you want to get it as sort of as flat as possible without putting too many holes in it. You could replace this could replace naan bread. It could be really nice as you know, to go with your soup. You could make little mini pizzas out of it. Now, I'm going to leave it at about that. It's fairly flat, as you can see, and I'm going to throw it into my already heated pan. Now, I have got a little bit of oil in there.
Thank you, Vivian. You're a legend. Thank you very much for
Thanks,
posting that up. Good to have the support from the supporters of Mrs. Rogers.
Thanks, everyone. So I've got that on a
oh, is that right? 1 cup of Greek yogurt and 1.5 cups of self-raising flour?
1 1/4, but 1 1/2 is about right anyway.
Cool.
You want a 1 and a bit. So we just want to roll this out. Now my flatbread is cooking. Yeah, and I do really need a new fry pan, because I think the thermostat's going a bit poop. But you do need it quite hot. So mine goes up to 10, and I've got it on 6.5. So quite hot, because we want it to be brown and crispy and yeah, just tasty.
You could do it in one of those fancy skillets that people use. Then you'd look really flash.
Maybe I should have got myself a fancy skillet. So I'm just going to keep going preparing this, and hopefully they won't stick to the table. So guys, this is the latest craze at the moment on BuzzFeed, and you may have seen it come up in your Facebook feed if you belong to, or you follow such cooking places.
It's a perfect quick recipe.
Very quick recipe. And look, I'm not making mine beautiful, but you could. I think that's half the fun of it. You could actually even cut shapes out, especially for the kids. Let's try that actually. Have I got a cutter? Oh, butterfly cutter. There we go. My daughter will love that. Let's just give this a go. Little butterflies here. Now I have got some oil in my fry pan. I like to use rice bran oil because it doesn't give me any additional flavour. You can use whatever oil you want. There we go, look, a couple of little butterflies in there. Now I don't want to burn it too much. Oh, it's a bit of oil in there. Now let's see how we're going. Not quite yet. I'm just going to turn it up a bit. A bit worried about my thermostat at the moment. And there, but it will work. And this is a good thing with it. You can, a lot of like scones, if you overwork it, it gets too tough. But because it's skinny, flatbread, and it's going to go crunchy anyway, it doesn't really matter. So great recipe to do with the kids. They can pop some tomato sauce on and some cheese, chopped onion or sliced ham, and make their own lunch, which should be really good. So we are going to have this for our lunch, which will be nice. Now those little butterflies are actually looking really cute in there. Would be great. So this is a messy one, but again, everybody, 2 ingredients, 3 with Mrs. Rogers herbs and spices. Now you could use any. I think it would be really nice with the Italian herbs or the Tuscan seasoning. I'd love to do one with butter chicken. That would be really nice if you were actually having a butter chicken. Yeah, like to put a little bit of the butter chicken seasoning into your bread just to add. yeah, we're going to make a garlic bread with some garlic and oil that I've mixed up because we like garlic. You could do anything. You could pretty much use anything that would just taste nice. Now it's getting there. I'm going to flip this over just so you can see that it was easy. I'm going to give it a squish. I'm going to flip my butterflies as well.
They look a little bit like pikelets on the video, but they're not.
They do. They do. So yeah, you could do so much with this. You could just put a little sprinkling of some Parmesan cheese on it. You could use it as a pizza. It's not, like, it's quite floppy. I'm just gonna. It's very nice. I do like it.
It's nice and light.
It's very light. You could make little ones, really crisp them up, and have them with a dip. That would be nice too.
We can start. How are we going on that one over there?
It's getting there. And now I've used quite a lot of oil. If you just wanted to use a spray of oil, you can absolutely do that. My fry pan is getting a bit old as all. And you could possibly even bake them in the oven, but this is quicker. It would take longer to bake them in the oven.
For all the blokes out there, get yourself a skillet, make this up. You'd look very, very impressive.
You would. I'm going to pop this porcini one in.
And what's everyone doing for the weekend? Anyone going skiing?
I'm lucky. I've been running around the kitchen. I'm helping a friend with some catering this evening. She's doing a little gathering, and so I've been making some really nice things, so watch out. I'll be posting them soon, hopefully over the weekend, if we don't eat them all. So look everybody, definitely the butterfly concept has worked. Make your own shapes. So that has definitely worked there. My daughter will be very pleased with the butterflies. And now, my bread.
Like you say, with the kids on holidays, you'll be able to make this really, really easily.
Yeah, really easy. Get them to make it. Kids always love eating what they've made. It's a newfound appreciation, I think, when kids are able to make their own food.
All right.
So, as you can see, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make a little bit. Now, I'll just show you with my garlic bread what I'm doing. So I've just got a little bit of oil and some minced garlic. I didn't mince it myself. My garlic mincer has been used too many times for Play-Doh here. So I'm just going to spread that over because this isn't cooked. And make a garlic bread. Certainly won't have any vampires with that amount of garlic, that's for sure.
So it's a 2-ingredient flatbread, doing the rounds on BuzzFeed.
Yep.
And other social media platforms.
Yeah. So guys, have you got any questions, comments? Yeah.
We need to plan what we're doing over the next little while, so if anyone wants to see any specific recipes tested, then we're here to give it a go. So please do leave comments.
Or if you'd like me to work on a recipe on a spice that you'd like to use that you haven't used much that's in your cupboard, send us a message, let me know, help me, inspire me.
Challenge. Here we go. How about people who are watching, throw down a challenge of doing something that's interesting. Flatbread's a bit boring.
Well, it's not boring, it's great. I think it's awesome. I would really like to like, cooking doesn't have to be hard.
That sounds so good.
Can you hear it? Cooking doesn't have to be hard. It shouldn't be hard. So our 2-ingredient flatbread has worked amazingly. Oh, that smells so good. So yeah, you can do so much with it. You can just cook it as is. You can cut shapes out of it, as we've proved. Yum.
Oh, garlic smelling beautiful.
Really good. You can pop any herbs, seasonings, spices. You could do cayenne pepper. You could just do a little bit of salt and pepper. You could use our new Porcini Flakes in the big box. Yeah, do anything. So, give it a go. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to keep cooking this and eat it for a bit of a late lunch, but lunch. See ya.